From Target Center, welcome to the Class A Boys High School State Basketball Tournament as KDHL presents its 76th year of coverage of the State High School Boys Basketball Tournament, a wonderful tradition continuing and welcoming in listeners on KQ North at a Hibbing, WMFG 106.3 FM as well as the Class A tournament gets underway today. It's a great matchup here to kick things off with the defending champion, Russell-Tyler-Ruthton, taking on Cherry, who's the number 1 seed and number 1 ranked team. Oh, by the way, these teams played last year here at State. The second game will feature Nevis and Mountain Lake Area Comfrey in the 5-4 seeded game. It'll be Heritage Christian Academy against the number 2 seed West Central Area. And then the wrap-up in the quarterfinals of Class A is Goodhue taking on number 3 seed Fertile Beltrami. All the state is represented. It's a northern versus southern Minnesota game to start things off. And from border to border and baseline to baseline, we bring you coverage of the State High School Boys Basketball Tournament on the Mighty 920 KDHL. This is the first of 4 games that will be presented today. The big questions coming into this one for this particular game, this quarterfinal game, is will the third time be the charm for Cherry? The Tigers were here 2 seasons ago. They won their first game, lost in the semis, and then settled in 4th place. Last year, they won their first game, lost a close game to Russell-Tyler-Ruthton. Yes, the same team they're playing today, 61-57, and then ended up settling for 4th place. The other big question is, can the new look Russell-Tyler-Ruthton club, they are the Knights. Can the new look Knights create some magic? They graduate 4 of their 5 starters from last season's team, yet still had a fantastic season at 23-7. So can they kind of create that same magic and win another title? They've already won 4 championships in their school history. RTR, the Knights, they're the defending champions. They won titles in 04 and 05, and then in 18, as well as last season, 2023. So we're on track for a tap that should happen at about 11 o'clock. The game's starting off the day right on schedule, and yesterday most games ran on schedule as well. I think it got a little bit behind here at Target Center yesterday, but by that 8 p.m. game, they were more or less back on track for what started at just 5 minutes after the hour. After 6 games, they were still pretty much on schedule. So it's a real well-run state tournament. Fun to be here and bringing it to you. My name is Roy, again on KDHL and KQ North as well. Last night capped off with an overtime game in that final game of the day in a Class AA quarterfinal. Lake City rallied from a late deficit to force overtime and then pulled away in overtime to defeat Pelican Rapids. So Lake City advancing into the championship bracket after an exciting win yesterday. The first day of the state tournament featured, I believe, just that one overtime game, but there was a 1-point, a 2-point, and a 3-point decision and a 6-point decision. Sure, there were a couple of blowouts. That's what happens when any event is held. But a lot of really close games yesterday. And here in the Class A field, we're going to find out in the next few hours just how well these teams all match up against one another. Cherry, they come in 28-2, number 1 ranked, number 1 seed. Head coach for Cherry, Jordan Christian, says he's cool with being kind of under the pressure of being a number 1 seed after coming in as an underdog at times in the past. And we're going to get to know the Asamoahs all very well, as there are 3 of them. I believe all 3 will be in the starting lineup because this Cherry team returns everybody from their starting lineup that played here at State a season ago. Cherry is making their way into the arena. We're going to have introductions and this morning's ball game. Before too long, we'll go ahead and pause for 90 seconds. We'll be back. The pregame show continues in 90 seconds.
H&R Block offices in Owatonna, Faribault, and Lakeville remind you now is the time to get your paperwork in order for tax season. Book your appointment at one of the offices where in-person or drop-off filing is available. No computer program can ask every single possible tax question. The tax professionals in Lakeville, Faribault, and Owatonna average 10 years experience, and you can request the same preparer every year. File your way at H&R Block offices in Faribault, Owatonna, and Lakeville. All tax situations are different. Not everyone gets a refund.
You said it last year, but you didn't do it. Now you're thinking again, I gotta find someone to take care of my books. And it's never too late. Ackerman Accounting and Tax Service can do that to ensure next year's tax time is much less stressful. From farming to small businesses, Ackerman Accounting and Tax Services will customize a plan that best fits your needs. Just think, you can have an expert take care of your day-to-day and month-to-month accounting tasks, freeing you up to do what you do best, run your business. They even work with individuals. See what they can do for you. Call Ackerman Accounting and Tax Services today, 451-3399.
Hey, Ken Herbeck here. You want to make your home a more comfortable place but don't think you can afford a top brand heating and cooling system? Well, Carrier has the right solutions for every budget. When you turn to your Carrier expert, Owatonna Heating and Cooling, they'll show you the full lineup of best-in-class home comfort systems and help you pick the one that best fits your home and budget, because everyone can use a little more comfort. Turn to your local Carrier experts, Owatonna Heating and Cooling, today.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Target Center. At this time, we'd like to introduce the starting lineups for the state tournament quarterfinal round game between the Russell.
Welcome back, Target Center. We're getting set for this morning's game and lineups to come. Cherry got to state by beating Nashwauk-Keewatin, Northwoods, Fond du Lac Ojibwe, and Mountain Iron Buell in the Section 7A championship. And RTR for the Knights, they got to state beating Red Rock Central, Southwest Minnesota Christian, Hills Beaver Creek, and Central. Southwest Minnesota Christian in the quarterfinal, Hills Beaver Creek semifinal, and Central Minnesota Christian in the Section 3A championship game. So it's the Knights of Russell-Tyler-Ruthton. Non-starters for the Knights. Colby Fromm is a senior. Sean Greasy is a junior. Benjamin Guidup is a senior. Isaac Norgard a senior. Jens Drake a sophomore. Tyler Wickman a sophomore. Elijah Detterman a junior. Gavin Shears a sophomore. Jackson Kirkhart a sophomore. Colton Thompson a sophomore. Luke Shears a junior. And Jewel Drake a sophomore for Russell-Tyler-Ruthton. RTR, they are from the Red Rock Conference. Southwest Minnesota Christian won the conference title. Mountain Lake area, who's here at the state tournament. And in fact, the winner of this game will play the winner of the Mountain Lake area Comfrey Nevis game. So that's in their regular conference. Hills, Beaver Creek, Murray County Central, other conference teams for RTR. The non-starters for Cherry. And Cherry is the home team as the number 1 seed. Non-starters, Aiden Capo, a junior. Andrew Staples, a senior. Mason Heitzman, a junior. Zach Sikala, a junior. Landon Rutzelainen, a senior. Twin brother Logan, as well as Caleb Brown, a sophomore. Justin Grangroth, a junior. Ty Sikala, a senior. Ellis Kowarsh, a senior. Ian Kimmis, a sophomore. The cheerleaders, by the way, for Cherry under the direction of Coach Aaron Anderson are Cayman Hill, Vanessa Hennick, and Elani Sinnott, cheerleaders for the Cherry Tigers. The starters for Russell-Tyler-Ruthton coming in with a 23-7 record. A 6-foot senior guard, number 3, Blake Christensen. A 6'4" senior forward, number 4, Andrew Myers. A 6'1" senior guard, number 10, Carson Gilling. A 6'4" junior forward, number 32, Chase Christensen. Christensen's, I believe, are cousins. And Drew Workman, a 6'3" senior center, number 50. Drew Workman is the one starter back from the state championship team that Russell-Tyler-Ruthton had a season ago. The starters for the Cherry Tigers include a 6'2" junior, number 2 guard, 6'2" junior guard Noah Sundquist. A 6'3" senior guard, number 3, the future Gopher, Isaac Osama. His younger brother, a 6'1" sophomore forward, number 5, Noah Osama. And their cousin, a 6-foot freshman guard, number 10, Isaiah Osama. And also starting is 6'1" junior guard, number 23, Carson Brown. I was chatting with some media folks beforehand, joking that all you need to know is that one name, but in reality, you'll hardly ever hear the name Osama, because when they're all on the floor, I'll try to go with first names, Noah, Isaac, and Isaiah, so you know who has the ball. And sure, you're thinking, it's got to be Isaac, right? The future Gopher, 18 points per game. Well, Noah, the sophomore, averages 14 points per game. And Isaiah, the freshman, their cousin, averages 13 points per game and shoots 62% from the floor. This is a Cherry team that is loaded with talent. And Isaac certainly gets a loud round of applause on his introduction. Tell you what, they cheer awfully loudly for Noah and everyone else as well. The Cherry crowd here is great, and there's a very good crowd from Russell-Tyler-Ruthton. We definitely have the distinction with the two color schemes being vastly different, orange and black. And then for RTR, it is navy, Columbia, and white. Navy, Columbia, and white. I think it's two different shades of blue, if I'm not mistaken, as far as Russell-Tyler-Ruthton's color scheme. In their first appearance at state a couple of seasons ago, some quotes from the Minnesota Basketball News that Isaac Osama had at that time had to do with the great community support that Cherry enjoyed at state, and they certainly continue to do so now, as do the other teams here at the state tournament. And now our national anthem by the Cherry Band. We're at Target Center, just off the baseline, kind of in the corner. They sit me in the corner, but at least I can turn my chair toward the court. A lot of action going on at Williams Arena today as well as they move to the semifinal stage. Mighty 920 KDHL will have coverage of Mankato East game against Alexandria at 2 o'clock. The Goodhue game back over here at Target Center. Derek, by the way, on the Mankato East call later today. Brad will be back here at Target Center for the Goodhue game. Goodhue this afternoon at about 5 o'clock is the start time on that. In the other Class A quarterfinal, Fertile Beltrami, their opponent. And then I'll have Egan versus Minnetonka from Williams Arena later on. They're going to redo the jump. They didn't like how that one transpired. So a little off on the jump. Once in a while you see the opening tap repeated. That's what we'll get. Roy Koenig with you here, KQ North, 106.3 WMFG, Mighty 920 KDHL, Faribault, Minnesota, 97.9 FM, RTR. We'll start with the basketball. So they're in the white uniforms with that navy and Carolina coloring, and Cherry in the orange uniforms, black numbers, turnover committed right away. Big pressure was being put on by Noah. And then mishandling it, losing the ball out of bounds was Christensen. Actually, we've got to go first names for RTR as well, right? Chase Christensen and Blake Christensen are both on the floor. It's Sundquist who dribbles the ball into the front court for the first possession for the Tigers in this opening minute. 18-minute ads in high school basketball. Spin up the lane. The shot short. Offensive rebound short again. Both shots taken by Isaac. He got his own rebound at least once, but couldn't put that ball backing up and over the rim, so we remain scoreless. Now a runner up the lane misses for Chase Christensen. Defensive rebound for the Tigers, and Cherry's into the front court. A burst to the lane, and it rolls through. On the board, Isaiah Osama. And Cherry strikes first in this Class A quarterfinal game. Double, triple, and 4A all played their quarterfinals yesterday. Class A gets the attention today. Ball tipped out of bounds by Noah, so it will stay Russell-Tyler-Ruthton ball. 76th year of bringing coverage to you on the Mighty 920 KDHL. Myself and Brad Presteman and Derek Theda. Jordy Kosfeld working on getting healthy, and we look forward to hearing from him down the road. A shot is up and in by Blake Christensen. So Blake averages 12 points a game. Blake Christensen, Chase's cousin, I think I was told, 16 points per game. And Drew Workman, big number 50, he averages 19 points a game. Right now, Cherry with the ball, 2-2 game, about a minute and a half in. One cross court to Noah, finds a player inside down low, and one fake. Sundquist, two fake, shot through the foul, and Noah Sundquist will go to the free throw line as we get a foul whistled against Russell-Tyler-Ruthton.
Nice foul charge to Chase Christensen. It's his first, the team's first. Noah Sundquist shoots 2.
So 2 shots coming up for Sundquist. He's a 70% free throw shooter. 2-2 game, not quite 2 minutes in. Sundquist hits number 1, and Cherry edges ahead 3-2. Cherry averages over 80 points a game. This one rims out. And that is out of bounds off of an attempted offensive rebound by Noah Osama. So Noah, 14 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals per game. He's already forced a turnover or 2, although not technically a steal. He forced a turnover. I think it was Noah on that first possession. Workman holds the ball for Russell-Tyler-Ruthton. 2 minutes gone by, 3-2 Cherry. And there is an offensive foul on Russell-Tyler-Ruthton.
Player control foul charged tonight, Andrew Myers, his first personal, team's second.
Andrew Myers on the foul. That's his first, team's second. And Isaac Osama, 18 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists per game, plus a couple of steals. Gets the ball to Sundquist. Now they go over an alley-oop. It's up and good for Sundquist. He snuck in the back door. And I believe that was Isaiah Osama who had the pass from the right side. But I can't totally testify to that. A straight-on look for 3 is good for Chase Christensen. He has hit 38 threes on the season. Now a sharp pass, backdoor shot up off for Isaac. Rebounded by Blake Christensen into the front court for RTR. Cherry is up, however, 8. That's not right. 8-2. Didn't they just hit the 3-pointer? The scoreboard is behind. It's 8-5 Cherry. The scoreboard here in the arena just updated. 8-5. Little out of control on dribble is Blake. Then he'll set, shoot. That comes off. Workman gets the rebound. Turns back, up, off. Good aggressive offensive attempt to get the rebound by Christensen. Ultimately, Isaac Osama has the ball. Sundquist to the hoop for 2 more. Sundquist, 19 points per game. He shoots 68% from the floor, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. Right now he's doing all the scoring. There's a shot that misses by Blake, rebounded by Isaac. Breakaway to the other end. Foul called as Isaiah was driving to the hoop. And he'll go to the free throw line. Foul looks to be on Carson Gilling. That's his first and the team's third.
At the line for Cherry is Isaiah Osama.
Isaiah Osama at the line, 70% free throw shooter, misses the first. He's got 2 points, averages 13 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, couple of steals per game. They know their basketball, and even through the generations, both the mothers of all the Osamas played up at Cherry. Grandpa played. Grandpa's brother, Bob, was the coach before Jordan Christian took over as coach. There's a block by Isaac Osama. It'll still be Russell-Tyler-Ruthton ball. Lots of time to shoot. 23 seconds still on the shot clock. 14:20 to go in the first half. 7-5. Wait, 7-5? Why did it say 8 up there at one point? That shot misses for Workman. It said 8-5 at one point. I looked at the clock. It said 8-5. It's actually 7-5. 7-5.
His first, the team's first.
Foul whistled against Cherry. That's called on Noah Osama. And at the free throw line is Workman. Workman's shot is short. So free throw shooting a little tough early on. No doubt some nerves. or at least potentially. That's the reason for some tough free throw shooting, and that one looked short, but it had enough momentum to carry over the rim. So, 7-6 appears to be the score right now. Cherry leading, 14 minutes to go in the first half. Number 1 seed versus defending state champion. Here is Noah's shot. Bubbles around. Put back basket attempt misses as Carson Brown. Haven't called his name much yet, but I will. He averages 13 points per game. Got a rebound on that one, but missed it. And then at the other end, Blake Christensen scores, and we have a change in lead. It's 8-7. Now Russell-Tyler-Ruthton. And to the basket is Isaac Osama, his first 2 points of the game. And he draws the foul. Foul on Blake Christensen will put Isaac to the free throw line, where he is a 75% free throw shooter. So Isaac to the line for the and one. In last year's semifinal game, Isaac had 17 of his 21 points in the second half. In a game that went 61-57, Russell-Tyler-Ruthton, they went on to win the state championship a season ago. Again, a semifinal matchup between Cherry and RTR last year. This year meeting here in the first round with Cherry as the favored team after RTR graduated so much off last year's club. The Knights with the ball. Here's a three-point effort that misses. Rebound tracked down in the corner by Carson Brown. 6 rebounds a game for the junior for the Tigers to go along with his 13 points. Forces up a shot, misses. There for the putback basket is Noah Sundquist. 7 points already for the junior for Cherry. And we have a timeout. So it's 12-8. 12-8. Cherry leading over Russell-Tyler-Ruthton. And we're back in 30 seconds on KQ North and the Mighty 920 KDHL. Back in 30.
Over 200 units to choose from? Where at you say? At Owatonna Motor Company, where we have incentives on new vehicles like we haven't seen in a long time. So stop on in. How about this? Ram 2500 and Ram 3500s. Rebates as high as $9,000. 10% off of MSRP. Ford's got great rebates. Stop in. Ask about Ford's new Flex Buy program with rebates as high as $2,500 at Owatonna Motor Company, where it's one low price, plain and simple, always.
There have been a number of interesting first-round matchups here at State. The one that comes to mind for me was one that Brad and I called yesterday on KDHL, where Stewartville, the unseeded team, despite being ranked in the top 5 in the state, both in QRF and coaches, they drew Totino Grace, the top seed in AAA, played them tough, but Totino Grace got the win. Here's a steal by Isaac. He'll race the other way to the basket for 2. Isaac with the steal at one end, the finish at the other. It's 14-8 Cherry, leading over Russell-Tyler-Ruthton. Now RTR, as far as being the unseeded team here, I don't think anyone is taking offense to that, even though they're the defending champs. They graduated 4 out of 5 players. And there's a quick pass down low to Gilling, but I don't know that he was ready for it. Blake Christensen kind of tossed it right over his head and between his arms, and that was a turnover by Russell-Tyler-Ruthton. So again, the Stewartville situation yesterday, being unseeded despite their great record and the fact they only seed 1 through 5, it certainly had their coach pretty hot under the collar after that, and you can understand his disappointment. But again, in this game with RTR, 23-7, great record, but not being seeded, I don't think is kind of in the same situation as yesterday's Stewartville one. Here's a 3 from the right, skims off the rim for Cherry. Rebound taken by Blake Christensen. 12 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists for the playmaker for Russell-Tyler-Ruthton. 12 minutes to go first half, 14-8 Cherry. Here's a jumper, line drive shot. Oh, that was off by Workman. Baseball pass ahead. This is Brown. Brown drop pass, corner 3. Nailed it, Isaiah Osama. It's 17-8 Tigers. Down to 11:40 to play in the first half. All sorts of stats for you. And by the way, our stats on the Mighty 920 KDHL, Faribault, Minnesota, brought to you by H&R Block, Owatonna, Faribault, Lakeville. H&R Block stats of the game coming up at the half. Also a review of the tournament as a whole. There's a shot blocked by Sundquist, but there's a foul in there on him. And free throws coming up for Russell-Tyler-Ruthton. First foul on Noah. That's the trick about using first names. There's Noah Osama, Noah Sundquist. All sorts of Asumas when we default to last names. Multiple Browns on the roster for Cherry. As the first free throw misses for Blake Christensen. Frankly, though, big school, little school, brothers playing basketball together, sisters playing basketball together. It's not, second free throw is good for Christensen. It's not exclusive to small schools, but sometimes the small schools have a larger percentage from one family. So here is Cherry with the ball. They're up 17-9, 11.5 to play in the first half. Great to have you listening in wherever it may be, and by whatever means, KDHL app, K2 North, what have you. The shot is good for Isaac. And he should be at 7 points, tied with Sundquist to lead the way for the Tigers. Up 10 right now, 19-9, 11 minutes to go first half. Workman, baseline jumper, rattles around and off, rebounded by Noah. That would be Asuma. And here's Brown, Carson Brown, tall pass. Touch pass comes out to Noah Asuma, flings it over to the RTR bench. So that pass misfired for Cherry, and that is a turnover. Turnovers right now are 4 for RTR and either 1 or 2 for Cherry. Early on, stats show 8 for 14 shooting for the Tigers, 57%. Just 3 for 11, 27% so far for Russell-Tyler-Ruthton shooting, thus a 10-point game. Here's a fadeaway that was well off the mark, rebounded by Isaac. Long pass ahead, tall for Noah, and a turnover by Cherry. A couple of subs are coming into the game. Ackerman Accounting and Tax Service of Owatonna presenting our substitutes. Into the game for Cherry is Aiden Capo, a 6'3" junior, and also entering the game is Landon Russell-Tyler-Ruthton, who is a 5'10" senior. Landon, he can drill the three-pointer. In fact, this whole team for Cherry, 37% shooting three-pointers based on the Star Tribune Hub stats. Actually, I might have gotten those stats from Max Preps now that I think about it. In close, shot misses by Detterman of Russell-Tyler-Ruthton. Rebound taken by Cherry. Yeah, it was Max Preps, so I'll credit those folks for the stats. Oh boy, that ball was almost torn away from Capo. And then he might have gotten called on the foul, I guess, in fighting for the ball. And I don't know if it was a foul. It might have been a turnover. I think that might have been a turnover in wrestling for that loose basketball. Turnover by Cherry. So a couple of turnovers here on the Tigers. Russell-Tyler-Ruthton with the ball. 19-9 Cherry leads. 9:45 to go in the first half. Ball jab free by Sundquist. Scrambling back to get it is Chase Christensen as he crosses over into the backcourt over the Timberwolves logo. Blake Christensen hands it off in the corner to Workman. On that left wing side, right in front of the Cherry bench. Workman gets it back. Centers the ball. Straight on look. 3 short. Rebounded by Isaac. Isaac, long pass ahead. Caught by Sundquist. And then a floater fade away to his right. And Noah Sundquist is up to 9 points. Cherry has a 12-point lead over the Knights. 9:10 to go first half. Swung right side Gilling. Outside the arc. Steps inside. A little step through, and that is a foul called on Russell-Tyler-Ruthton, it would appear. Russell-Tyler-Ruthton will be tagged with his first, team's third. There's only 4 fouls on Russell-Tyler-Ruthton with 9:04 to go in the first half of this first Class A quarterfinal state tournament game. Next up is Nevis and Mountain Lake Area Comfrey, team that RTR knows really well. Blake Christian for 3. Comes off the rim, tapped around a bit, out of bounds. Last touch by Russell-Tyler-Ruthton. Nevis and Mountain Lake Area Comfrey. Then later on, Heritage Christian Academy in West Central area. And Goodhue coming in against Fertile Beltrami. Goodhue pulled off some big upsets in Section 1 as a 3 skims off the rim for Isaac. Chased down in the corner. Saved by Russell-Tyler-Ruthton. Now on top, it's Isaiah. He'll get the ball inside, outside they go. Here's Russell-Tyler-Ruthton for 3. That's short. Rebound, tap out, and ultimately tracked down by RTR's Blake Christensen. He's got in front of him Workman released a little early, caught a nice long pass from Christensen. It's 21-11 Cherry, 8:20 to go in the first half. In the corner was Capo. They'll work it around the perimeter now. Do the Tigers, dressed in orange, attacking the basket to my left. at the far end of the Target Center arena. Shot short, rebounded in the corner, and flying in the air is Myers, knocking it out of bounds off a Cherry player after the Cherry miss on the three. Noah Osama and Carson Brown back into the game for Cherry. Ackerman Accounting and Tax Service with those substitutes of the game. Cherry is 1 for 6 on three-point shooting, and Russell-Tyler-Ruthton is 1 for 4. Overall, Cherry shooting 50%, RTR shooting less than 25%. It's a 10-point lead for the Tigers. Ball inside, but foul before the shot, whistled on a Cherry player. And the foul, that might be on Russell-Tyler.
Picking up the personal foul at his second, the team's fourth. Chase Christensen returning for the Knights.
So second foul on Russell-Tyler. Inbound play, 21 on the shot clock for Russell-Tyler-Ruthton. Shot clock new to high school basketball this year. Nice job penetrating through. Dribble drive through the defense, and that is Chase Christensen as he delivers at home. It's 21-13. Pass underneath. Grabbed by Isaac. Crowd around him. Over on the left, that's Brown passes corner. Baseline jumper, too strong. Weak side rebound by Chase Christensen. Christensen, 6 rebounds, 16 points per game. It's RTR ball with 7:20 to go in the first half. They trail Cherry by 8. Inside for Workman. Jumper, good. He's got 5 points. He had 11 points in the semifinal game last season. Did Drew Workman in the win, 4-point win over Cherry. A line drive, corner three, and Noah Osama has his first points of the ball game. 24-15 Cherry as we go below 7 minutes in the first half. While the shot clock absolutely changes the dynamic of basketball, it doesn't specifically come into play on every play. Here's a shot that misses, rebound offensive, back up, missed again after getting his own miss was Gilling, and then Isaac picks up the ball in the corner. Now to Brown. Brown passes corner, roots the line, and back to Brown, right wing side. He took an extra step. And a turnover. And we've got a timeout being taken right now by the Tigers. So there's a timeout on the floor. We've got a full timeout in front of us. So we'll go ahead and take a 60-second break with the score 24-15 Cherry up on top. 6:35 to go in the first half. Back in 1 minute.
This is the month of love. That's why Prime Garage Door and More in Owatonna wants you to fall in love with the look of your home all over again. It's easy with Clopay Garage Doors. Clopay Garage Doors improve the look of your home while saving you money on your energy bill. Call the guys who will help you open new doors. Prime Garage Door and More. 507-413-6699. Visit the new showroom at 4500 North County Road 45 or check samples at primegaragedoor.net.
Back in the 1920s, when an entrepreneur came to town to seek their dream, they needed 3 things: a place to stay, a knowledgeable banker, and an account with First United Bank. Today, First United Bank in Faribault and Owatonna is still helping young people who are starting out. First United Bank has grown to the size it is today by giving sound financial advice and personal service to its customers for over 100 years. That's why First United Bank is important for young families today. At First United Bank, they didn't invent personal service, they just never forgot it. Member FDIC.
First quarterfinal game of the State Boys Basketball Tournament. KQ North and KDHL. Steele, Isaiah, Osama, left hand, basket, good. He's got 7. It's 26-15 Cherry leading over Russell-Tyler-Ruthton. 6:05 to play first half. Miss on a shot by Blake Christensen. Rebound torn down by Carson Brown. Ahead to Isaiah. Shot too strong. Put back attempt. But there's a foul against Cherry in there, I do believe, based on how they pointed. There's head contact. Okay, well, the way he pointed, I misunderstood that. It's Christensen on the foul. Christensen on the foul, then that is his second, and this is a free throw opportunity. 2 free throws coming up here for Isaiah Osama. He missed his first 2 free throws earlier. He hits that one. 70% from the line for Isaiah. 27-15 lead for Cherry. Second free throw, he eyeballs it. The right-hander puts it up and got just enough English on it. You saw his body. I saw his body twist just at the end of his shot, and he needed to kind of fade it to the right, and he got just enough on it to bounce it around the rim and through. 28-15 Cherry with under 6 to play in the first half. Pass to the corner. Blake Christensen over there. Gets it to the low post. Shot up and good. Nice job by Carson Gilling as he was had tight defense by Isaiah Osimo, the freshman, on him. And at the other end does a basket. Good. And a foul as Sundquist hurried to the hoop and got a long feed. Basket good. And he'll go to the free throw line for the end one opportunity. Detterman on the foul. His first, team 6th. We've got another timeout on the floor, but I think I'll keep it here at this timeout.
Timeout taken by the Knights. It's a full timeout.
So a full timeout is taken. You know, some things that regarding Isaac Osima, I guess Ike would be a logical nickname for him, but in a preseason basketball news article, it talks about him being a straight-A student and a great mentor to kids. Statistically, coming into the season, he had already reached 3,000 points. Actually, this was a mid-season report in the Minnesota Basketball News. He had already reached 3,000 points in his career, 850 assists. And keep in mind, he averages 8 assists per game and well over 1,100 rebounds. And he's described as a very humble person who puts others first. He described himself in the article as a point guard who does a little bit of everything, who can shoot from outside and get to the rim. And I'm a very good passer, and I can play defense. Ben Johnson, the coach of the Gophers, after the signings, said and called Osima a proven winner with a competitive edge and toughness, with a tremendous amount of pride. He also Osima talked about the great community support that Cherry has given to the team over time. And I guess there was a question about him playing football or not this past fall. Not only did he play football, saying it was the last opportunity to do that, he was named the 9-man receiver of the year. So some very great things going on, and will be going on for him in the future with Coach Johnson and the Gophers over at the barn. And Isaac and his teammates hoping to play there in the championship semifinals tomorrow. Only the winner goes over to the Williams Arena. The loser of this game heads to Concordia for consolation play. Free throw good for Sundquist. It's 31-17 Cherry. We're at 5:25 to go in the first half. Pass. Down low, Workman. Left hand of the basket. Missed it. Isaac the rebound. Quick outlet to Isaiah. To Brown. Brown. Pass. Sundquist. Basket. No good, but he's fouled. Boy, Sundquist, he is not afraid to take it to the hoop. And he's going to... Chase Christensen called on the foul. His second and the team's 7th. Noah Sundquist to the free throw line where he is 2 for 3. Sundquist right now with 12 points in the game. First free throw rounded off. 70% free throw shooter, Noah Sundquist. Back into the game for the Knights is Andrew Myers. Ackerman Accounting and Tax Service presents those substitutions. No substitute for the work they'll do for you at Ackerman Accounting and Tax Service in Owatonna. Sundquist good on the second free throw. It's 32-17. Cherry by 15 points. Yesterday, Albany trailed by 15 points in the first half. Albany, defending state champ, they came back to win their game last night. Here, you've got defending champ Russell-Tyler-Ruthton trailing by 15 points late in the first half. But don't go anywhere. A lot of basketball is still in front of us.
Cherry foul to Noah Sundquist, his second, the team's 5th. Blake Christensen to shoot 2.
And Christensen to the line. He's 1 for 2 from the free throw line. 5 points in the game so far. Averages 12 points a game. He's a senior. Christensen, right-hander, puts it up and off. Free throw shooting is one thing. In most of the games I saw yesterday, free throw shooting was a little sketchy, whether it has to do with the different environments behind the backboard for these players or nerves of being in the state tournament. Whatever the case may be, free throw shooting has been a little bit iffy at times. In this game for RTR, they're 3 for 6. 6 for 10 for Cherry. So that 6 for 10 is not all that bad, really. But some games yesterday wasn't quite that sharp even. 3-point try misses. Brown gets in there, battles for the rebound. It falls into the hands of Russell-Tyler-Ruthton. He gives it back to Carson Brown, a junior. This is still a Cherry team that is loaded with players that aren't seniors. But there's the senior from the corner, Isaac Osama. He is up to 12 points, I believe. Pull-up shot at the other end misses. Tap up once, tap up twice, and then it's grabbed by Noah Osama. 35-18. Lead growing for Cherry. Jump stop, pass, corner. This is Brown for 3. Carson Brown. He's a 35% three-point shooter. Well, now it's a 20-point lead for Cherry. Pass down low to Workman. We're at 4 minutes to go in the first half. Hook shot. Workman didn't go. Right now, 7 for 26 from the floor for Russell-Tyler-Ruthton. And Noah Osama flings it up off glass at the other end. This is now a 40-18 lead for Cherry with 3:40 to go in the first half. A jump ball as a Cherry player tied up with Christensen as he was trying to get himself off the floor, so to speak. Trying to jump into the air.
Returning to the Russell-Tyler-Ruthton lineup.
And the jump ball belongs to Cherry, by the way. Jump ball belongs to Cherry. And with the dribble is Isaac. Drives up the lane. Sneaks through the defense. Oh, my. I was sure a pass was coming to an open player in the right corner, but Isaac did that himself to the hoop. And it is now 42-18. It feels like a long time ago I said the lead was only 15. And it has grown exponentially. 3-point try miss. Workman rebound. A foul on the floor. Now, Workman's shot didn't go anyway, but a foul on the floor. What's it now, a 25-point lead? And that's, like I said, just what feels like, 3 bats of an eye a few moments ago was 15. Now it's what's that, 24-point lead for Cherry at 42-18 over Russell-Tyler-Ruthton with 3 minutes to go in the first half. That ball comes into the hands of Detterman. Detterman looks, passes to the corner to Workman. Little head fake by Gilling. He'll drive in, float, and miss the shot. Trying to shoot it over Noah Osama. Then the rebound grabbed by Isaac. Ahead to Brown. Brown airmails it onto the RTR bench. So that'll be a turnover on Cherry. 5 turnovers on the Tigers, 6 on the Knights. The big difference in this game is shooting. 7 for 28 for Russell-Tyler-Ruthton. That's 25%. 16 for 27. 59% shooting for Cherry, leading 42-18 with 2:25 to go in the first half. Points in the paint are very heavily in Cherry's favor as well. And here might come 2 more. Up he goes. Osama Isaiah gets the steal, gets the basket. 44-18 Tigers, 2:10 to go. First half. Pass, corner. Detterman comes out of the corner. Gets that ball to Shears off the bench. Shears, he's got a little lackadaisical, had the ball swatted away from him, but it did go to a teammate, so it stays RTR ball with 10 seconds on the shot clock. And then a foul appears to be called on Noah Osama, which would be the 6th on the team, the 2nd on him.
Noah Osama charged with the second, the team's 7th.
So 1-and-1 opportunity now, and Russell-Tyler-Ruthton need points in a hurry.
Returning for Cherry. At the line to shoot 1-and-1, Blake Christensen.
Free throws coming. It's a 1-and-1. First shot. Wasn't it a 1-and-1? All the players just split from their spots along the lane and were racing up the court. Free throw good. Blake Christensen, 1 more to come. 44-19. 44-19. Free throw on its way. Short. Rebound by Isaac. So Isaac Osama will take the ball up the floor. 1:45 to play in the first half. Handed off corner. Baseline drive. Oh, there was a whistle before that. And I think maybe someone stepped out of bounds. I think on the backside there. Somebody stepped out of bounds, and that's a turnover on Cherry. 7 turnovers apiece. Into the front court comes Christensen. So 90 seconds to go in the first half. RTR being limited to 19 points thus far. 44-19. Three-pointer way strong. Backside rebound, weak side Isaac Osama. Long pass ahead, Brown. Brown up the lane. Off. His shot missed. Rebounded by Workman. Workman over the Timberwolves logo. Right-hand dribble. Up the lane. He goes off glass. It misses. Isaac Osama the rebound. The track meet continues. Isaac fires that to Capo. Capo off balance. Flings it up and off. Workman the rebound for RTR. Take a breath. Wade Christensen passes that forward for Detterman. 58 seconds first half. Back to Detterman. Give and go. Reverse layup. Good. And Elijah Detterman, 2 points off the bench. His first points. 44-21, 48 seconds to go. Cherry ball. Isaac on the dribble. Guarded by Christensen. Rolls it through the lane. How did he do that? He was losing the handle on the ball and rolled it. Maybe he's a bowler too. Isaiah Osama picked it up in the blue paint, put it up and through. 46-21 Cherry, 30 seconds to go. Shot clock is on. Basket goes down for Christensen after it rattles around. And in to the other end. Brown stumbles, flings it up blindly, but traveled. If that counted, he had his back to the basket and just flung it over his head. It went in, but the call was traveling against Carson Brown, so no circus shot there. That does not count. 46-23, Cherry has doubled up RTR. Russell-Tyler-Ruthton, the defending state champs. 15 seconds to go. The Knights with the ball for final possession, I would think. They need points, but they don't want to give Cherry any time to respond. 6 seconds on the game clock. Pass inside, shot short. There is a rebound. And I'm sorry, there is a foul, and going to the line will be Gilling for 2. And the foul is called on Russell-Tyler-Ruthton. Now that's his third. One thing Cherry has is one player with 3 fouls, couple players with 2 fouls. At the line is Gilling for 2 free throws. RTR has 2 of their starters with 2 fouls. That free throw rests on the front of the rim and then falls to the court here.
Luke Shears checking back in for the Knights.
Shears back into the game for Russell-Tyler-Ruthton. And one more free throw coming here for Gilling. Free throw shooting 4 for 9 as a team so far for Russell-Tyler-Ruthton. Second free throw is good. 2.7 seconds. Isaac from half court on track and just offline. So that long shot misses, but not much else missed in this first half for Cherry. A very strong first half. Cherry 46-24, leading over Russell-Tyler-Ruthton. Cherry has been a high-scoring team. I mentioned that they average 85 points a game. They have eclipsed 100 points, about 6, 7, 8 times on the season. This is a team that can score, and they've been playing some real good defense as well. Hey, we get into our halftime report on the Mighty 920 KDHL and KQ North. I'll be back to Target Center in 2 minutes.
Every part counts at Amesbury Truth, and the most important one is the part you'll play when you join their team. As the leading provider of window and door products in North America, Amesbury Truth has a part for you. Right now, they're hiring, and those positions come with competitive wages, benefits, and plenty of opportunities too. So you never stop growing. Isn't it time you open the door to a career at Amesbury Truth? Get details and apply online at amesburytruth.com/careers.
Costco is hiring team members at the Costco Depot located in Owatonna. If you have the desire to work in a fast-paced environment with a diverse group of people, look no further. They are hiring entry-level positions and employees in refrigerated and dry environments. Starting pay is $19.50 an hour, with raises based on the number of hours worked, currently topping out at $29.30. Benefits start after 60 days of employment. Apply online at Costco.com. Costco is an equal opportunity employer.
You said it last year, but you didn't do it. Now you're thinking again, I gotta find someone to take care of my books. And it's never too late. Ackerman Accounting and Tax Service can do that to ensure next year's tax time is much less stressful. From farming to small businesses, Ackerman Accounting and Tax Services will customize a plan that best fits your needs. Just think, you can have an expert take care of your day-to-day and month-to-month accounting tasks, freeing you up to do what you do best, run your business. They even work with individuals. See what they can do for you. Call Ackerman Accounting and Tax Services today, 451-3399.
H&R Block offices in Owatonna, Faribault, and Lakeville remind you now is the time to get your paperwork in order for tax season. Book your appointment at one of the offices where in-person or drop-off filing is available. No computer program can ask every single possible tax question. The tax professionals in Lakeville, Faribault, and Owatonna average 10 years experience, and you can request the same preparer every year. File your way at H&R Block offices in Faribault, Owatonna, and Lakeville. All tax situations are different. Not everyone gets a refund.
From Target Center, Roy Koenig with you, the Mighty 920 KBHL, baseline to baseline coverage of the State Boys Basketball Tournament in our 76th year of covering the state tournament on the radio, and welcoming in and happy to be on KQ North 106.3 WMFG as well, as these Cherry Tigers are off to a great start in this game. 46-24 is the halftime score. And getting to some of those H&R Block, Owatonna, Lakeville, Faribault stats of the game for the Cherry Tigers, shooting 58%, and even 4 for 10 on three-pointers is pretty solid at 40% three-point shooting. Meanwhile, shooting has been real tough for Russell-Tyler-Ruthton. They are 9 for 32. That's good for only 28%, 1 for 6 on three-point shots. And even free throw shooting, they've struggled, only 5 for 10 in a game where points have been hard to come by for RTR. Russell-Tyler-Ruthton, by the way, graduated 4 out of their four of their 5 starters off last season's team. But they've played a tough schedule at times. They opened up with Dawson Boyd, who's the number 2 rated team at the state, lost a fairly competitive game to them. Again, it would have been a team starting off that graduated almost their entire starting lineup, but still amassed 23 wins on the season, split games with Mountain Lake Area Comfrey in their conference, who's also a team here at state. So RTR, great to get back to state, even though they face some new questions this season. As far as the other stats of note, points in the paint, 28-16 in favor of Cherry. Points off turnovers, 10-1 in favor of Cherry. Turnovers are pretty even. In fact, they're dead even at 7-7. A couple of the individual stats on the Russell-Tyler-Ruthton side. 9 points for Blake Christensen, 5 each for Chase Christensen, as well as Workman. Workman leads with 5 rebounds, and Blake Christensen leads with 3 assists. On the Cherry side, 13 points for Isaiah Osama, and he's got 2 assists, a steal, and a rebound. Noah Sundquist with 13 points and 12 points for Isaac Osama. He has 11 rebounds, so it's a first-half double-double for the future Gopher, Isaac Osama. 5 points for Noah Osama, a couple of rebounds for him, an assist and a steal, and 3 points for Brown. He hit that three-pointer late in the first half. So those are your H&R Block, Owatonna, Lakeville, Faribault stats of the first half. It's 46-24. Cherry leading over Russell-Tyler-Ruthton. We're getting set for the second half of basketball here at the State Class A tournament, the first quarterfinal of the day. And I'll set the stage for the general tournament and where things ended up after yesterday's quarterfinals in all the other classes when we return to our coverage at Target Center after this 2-minute timeout.
Hey, Ken Herbeck here. You want to make your home a more comfortable place but don't think you can afford a top brand heating and cooling system? Well, Carrier has the right solutions for every budget. When you turn to your Carrier expert, Owatonna Heating and Cooling, they'll show you the full lineup of best-in-class home comfort systems and help you pick the one that best fits your home and budget, because everyone can use a little more comfort. Turn to your local Carrier experts, Owatonna Heating and Cooling, today.
Over 200 units to choose from? Where at, you say? At Owatonna Motor Company, where we have incentives on new vehicles like we haven't seen in a long time. So stop on in. How about this? Ram 2500 and Ram 3500s rebates as high as $9,000. 10% off of MSRP. Ford's got great rebates. Stop in. Ask about Ford's new Flex Buy program with rebates as high as $2,500 at Owatonna Motor Company, where it's one low price, plain and simple, always.
This is the month of love. That's why Prime Garage Door and More in Owatonna wants you to fall in love with the look of your home all over again. It's easy with Clopay Garage Doors. Clopay Garage Doors improve the look of your home while saving you money on your energy bill. Call the guys who will help you open new doors. Prime Garage Door and More, 507-413-6699. Visit the new showroom at 4500 North County Road 45 or check samples at primegaragedoor.net.
Back in the 1920s, when an entrepreneur came to town to seek their dream, they needed three things: a place to stay, a knowledgeable banker, and an account with First United Bank. Today, First United Bank in Faribault and Owatonna is still helping young people who are starting out. First United Bank has grown to the size it is today by giving sound financial advice and personal service to its customers for over 100 years. That's why First United Bank is important for young families today. At First United Bank, they didn't invent personal service, they just never forgot it. Member FDIC.
Target Center, the site for the Class A boys basketball state tournament quarterfinals. Target Center and Williams Arena shared the AA quarterfinals yesterday, where top seed Breck scored a 76-42 win over Waseca. By the way, this game is Cherry 46, Russell-Tyler-Ruthton 24 at the half. But just to give you the quick overview of the state tournament, Breck School beat Waseca 76-42. Breck the top seed. They'll play Minnehaha Academy. Those two teams played for the title last year. Minnehaha Academy, a 63-47 winner over Pequot Lakes in yesterday's 5-4 game. It was Albany rallying with a big second half. The defending state champions, Albany, AA, they beat Jackson County Central 87-66. And Lake City, they had to rally from a small deficit late in the game. They did so and forced overtime with Pelican Rapids and won the game 72-61. They outscored Pelican Rapids 12-1 in overtime. So that's the AA semifinal settings for tomorrow. In Class AAA, Totino Grace had a battle with Stewartville, but the top seed Eagles scored a 57-48 win over the upset-minded Tigers. And the Stewartville coach voiced his incredible displeasure with the lack of a full seeding process, both before the tournament and then in today's Star Tribune had some choice words about it as well. Not very happy about it. Tried to use it as motivation going into the game in some of the comments in the Post Bulletin in Rochester, but Stewartville comes up short in that first round game, and it was just a crazy tough draw for the Tigers of Stewartville. Totino Grace will play De La Salle in the semifinals. That's going on today. De La Salle, a winner over Orono yesterday, winning by 6. Orono had those buzzer beaters to advance to the state tournament. Mankato East demolished Chisago Lakes yesterday, 80-41, and East will play Alexandria today at 2 o'clock at the barn. Alec with a 72-70 win over Minneapolis South. Derek Fada will have the call on the Mighty 920 KDHL. Mankato East versus Alexandria. Mighty 920 KDHL, free on the free KDHL app as well if you'd like to listen in. Even folks in the north that might want to catch some more basketball via the old-fashioned way on the radio. Of course, old-fashioned radio is now current-day streaming and online and apps and everything like that too, of course. On the 4A side, Wayzata, the defending champion, they beat Rogers yesterday 77-64. Cretin-Durham Hall topped Farmington. Farmington at state for the first time in 87 years. And Cretin-Durham Hall edged the Tigers 57-56. So it's Wayzata versus Cretin in a semifinal tonight. And then Egan, who upset Park Center yesterday 73-70. Park Center is a team that beat Cherry early in the season, but a good game Cherry played against the number 2 rated Pirates of Park Center early season. So Egan now has the task of battling Minnetonka in the semifinal tonight at 8. I'll have that on the Mighty 920 KDHL at 8 p.m. I was going to end with the Class A field, but we're underway with basketball, and then a ball is out of bounds. So the Class A field, the winner of this game, Cherry, up 46-24. will play the winner of the next game between Nevis and Mountain Lake Area Comfrey, which is an RTR conference opponent. Pass stolen. Caleb Brown races the other way, looks for some support, and then tosses the ball out top. Isaac passes left wing side, three-pointer off the front of the rim. Carson gets the rebound. Carson Brown, quick passing underneath. Sundquist waits, shoots, got his own rebound. Shot blocked, picked up by Workman. And RTR has the basketball. 30 seconds into the second half. Neither team has scored yet. Russell-Tyler-Ruthton needs points in a hurry for the defending champs to get into that semifinal stage. Great job by Noah Asuma. He ends up stealing the ball, gets an outlet pass. The play is finished by Carson Brown. And it is up and down the floor pretty quickly here early on in the second half as Cherry extends its lead to 48-24. They've got Russell-Tyler-Ruthton doubled up. Three-pointer by Blake Christensen. Off the rim. Backside rebound by Isaac. Long lead pass ahead for Isaiah. And his cousin finishes. And there's another assist for Isaac Asuma. 8 assists per game for him. I've got to double check what he has on average, 8 per game. Isaac right now is at 4 assists on this game, but that was a beauty. Here's a steal by Isaiah. He gets the ball to Isaac. Sundquist in front of him. Isaac alley-oop. It's set up and off. It did not go, but there's a foul in there. Oh, they had a highlight reel play working. Isaac pushed it up there for Sundquist. Sundquist is fouled and will go to the free throw line as a result.
Picking up the personal foul. It's his second, the team's first. Noah Sundquist was shooting 2.
So who has that foul? Christensen, 32. It's actually his third foul. Third foul on Chase Christensen. 2 shots coming up here for Sundquist. First one good. Sundquist is now 4 out of 6 from the free throw line. 70% on the season. Later today, Heritage Christian Academy plays West Central area. And then the capper is Goodhue against Fertile Beltrami in the A quarterfinals. Brad Presteman will have the Goodhue Fertile Beltrami game on the Mighty 920 KDHL. Basketball games at 2 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and 8 o'clock throughout the day on the border, baseline to baseline coverage. On the Mighty 920 KDHL. A steal, a behind the back pass, a behind the back dribble, and then a lead pass to Asuma. And it was Carson Brown that came up with the steal. Carson Brown with an excellent play that takes us into a timeout. A timeout on the court. The score is 54-24. And we are going to pause for 1 minute. 54-24, it's all Cherry. Back in 60 seconds.
Every part counts at Amesbury Truth. And the most important one is the part you'll play when you join their team. As the leading provider of window and door products in North America, Amesbury Truth has a part for you. Right now, they're hiring. And those positions come with competitive wages, benefits, and plenty of opportunities too. So you never stop growing. Isn't it time you open the door to a career at Amesbury Truth? Get details and apply online at amesburytruth.com/careers.
H&R Block offices in Owatonna, Faribault, and Lakeville remind you now is the time to get your paperwork in order for tax season. Book your appointment at one of the offices where in-person or drop-off filing is available. No computer program can ask every single possible tax question. The tax professionals in Lakeville, Faribault, and Owatonna average 10 years experience, and you can request the same preparer every year. File your way at H&R Block offices in Faribault, Owatonna, and Lakeville. All tax situations are different. Not everyone gets a refund.
Russell-Tyler-Ruthton is left with 2 timeouts for the balance of the game. Cherry still has 4. It's been a great game for the Tigers. They're shooting the lights out here at Target Center, looking to get it to Williams Arena for the semifinals tomorrow. And that ball stripped away from Gilling, but there was a foul on the play.
Isaiah Asuma with the Cherry foul. It's his first, the team's first.
His first, team's first of the second half. Turnaround jumper, Workman, shot short. Ball picked up off the floor by Sundquist. Fires it ahead for Brown. Brown spins around, low post, goes up, around, and through. Carson Brown has 7 points. He's got a couple of the field goals of the second half, and this lead has been pushed out to 32 points with 15 and a half to go in the game, and the Cherry Tigers looking good for a third straight quarterfinal win at state. At the other end, banked up and in, is Chase Christensen. The game isn't over, but it's looking good with a 30-point lead for the Tigers. They won their quarterfinal game 2 years ago and last year. Lost to Russell-Tyler-Ruthton last year in the semi. Isaac for three, rolls around and off, and the rebound is Christensen. Chase Christensen settled for fourth place each of the last 2 seasons at state. Backing down his defender is Workman. Goes to the basket, missed it, in close. Rebound Isaac. Pass ahead Noah. Corner Brown. Carson Brown. Line drive shot. Hit the bottom of the net, but it never went through the rim. So it tickled the twine. My angle here, it almost looked like it went in. Here's a fadeaway three at the other end. Short by Blake Christensen. The rebound fought for, out of bounds. And whose ball? It's going to belong to the Cherry Tigers, it appears. Cherry fans are to my right. The student section is. They're dressed in black. The Knights of Russell-Tyler-Ruthton have gone with a Minnesota Vikings theme. There's a lot of Viking jerseys in the crowd student section for Russell-Tyler-Ruthton. Shot by Noah Osama, misses that. Rebound Myers. Andrew Myers, a senior. So this team is fairly heavy in senior starters, as they were a year ago when RTR won the state championship. There's a nice, hard, powerful drive to the basket for Chase Christensen. He's got 8 points, 56-28. Once again, it's a scenario where a moment ago it was more than double that RTR is down by half. There's a steal by Christensen. Loose ball at midcourt. Some physical play. And a foul generates out of all that. Christensen might have gotten knocked in the head.
Carson Dilling, his second. Team's second.
But in all of the action, it's actually a foul on Russell-Tyler-Ruthton. Even though it was an RTR player that was holding his head as he got up off the floor. There was just a mad scramble for a loose basketball. So 56-28 Cherry, 13:45 remaining second half. Isaac, a jumper in the lane, and he gets a friendly roll. He almost got his head knocked around a little bit as he was slithering through a couple of defenders. 58-28, back to a 30-point lead. It's been as big as 32, I believe. Yeah, 32 is the biggest lead. RTR led by 1 early in the game. There's a pass in the lane, deflected away by Isaiah. Then it's Isaac. Then it's Brown. Then it's back to Isaiah Osino to finish it off. And now 60-28, a 32-point lead. 13:15 to go. Blake Christensen, top of the key, swings it left side. Now a corner three is on its way by Christensen. Chase missed it. Rebound Noah Osima. Noah up the lane, looks, drops it off. Isaiah for three. You know, three-point shooting today hasn't been a huge part of their game, but this Cherry team, they're not afraid to shoot the three. Coming into in the latest stats I had from Max Preps, it showed they attempted 700 three-pointers on the season. In today's game, they've attempted 10 or 11. I take that back. Today's game, they've attempted 15. And at the other end, Andrew Myers hits a three. And a quick timeout will be taken with 12:30 to go. It's 63-31. It's all Cherry. We've got more basketball to come on the Mighty 920 KDHL and KQ North in 30 seconds.
You said it last year, but you didn't do it. Now you're thinking again, I gotta find someone to take care of my books. And it's never too late. Ackerman Accounting and Tax Service can do that. To ensure next year's tax time is much less stressful. From farming to small businesses, Ackerman Accounting and Tax Services will customize a plan that best fits your needs. Just think, you can have an expert take care of your day-to-day and month-to-month accounting tasks, freeing you up to do what you do best. Run your business. They even work with individuals. See what they can do for you. Call Ackerman Accounting and Tax Services today, 451-3399.
Cherry is in the orange uniforms, black numbers, white trim. And Russell-Tyler-Ruthton in the white with navy and Carolina blue as their colors. Next game featuring Nevis playing in the state tournament for the 4th straight season. 3 players on their team with 1,000+ career points. Mountain Lake area Comfrey making its 16th state tournament appearance. And that'll be the next game here at Target Center. Our next game on KDHL as a three-pointer is up, around and off, rebounded by Greasy off the bench. Ackerman Accounting and Tax Service substitution in the game for Russell-Tyler-Ruthton. And then Christensen, I don't know if there was a foul or the ball just ends up going out of bounds on a missed shot. Next game on the radio on the Mighty 920 KDHL is the Mankato East versus Alexandria game at 2 from Williams Arena with Derek Theta on the call. Here's a three from the right wing, missed it. Rebound, Isaac Osama. Now a steal by RTR. Under 12 minutes to go, 63-31 Cherry. Shot off the front of the rim. Sundquist gets the rebound. He's had a pretty good rebounding day, right? Well, 4 rebounds for him. It's Isaac that has the big rebounding day. Whoops. Pass from Isaiah to the knees. He banged it off the knees of his teammate Sundquist. Couldn't do much with that. Turned over to Russell-Tyler-Ruthton. RTR at state for the 9th time. They've won state championships in 4 previous appearances, 04, 05, 2018, and 2023. Yeah, they're the defending champs, Russell-Tyler-Ruthton. Ball out of bounds off of RTR. They end up losing it. Cherry comes out of Section 7 and RTR from Section 3, southwestern Minnesota. Pass deflected right back to Isaiah Osama, cousin of Noah and Isaac. Now it's Capo in the corner to Isaiah. Sundquist is on the floor trying to post up. Isaac is still out there, and Rutsalainen on the floor as well for Coach Christian and the Tigers. Down to 5 to shoot. Defender falls down. Shake and bake past him for Isaac Osama. And Isaac is at 16 points in the game. It's 65-31 with 10:50 to go. Pass stolen. Isaiah comes in. Layup good. Isaiah Osama. Isaac is a senior. Isaiah's a freshman. Noah's a sophomore. Sundquist is a junior. And Brown is a junior. Cherry will have 4 of their starters back next season. They want to see what kind of mark they can make this season. Workman misses, gets his own rebound, defended. Oh, and Isaac, I think, picked up a foul there. Yeah, Isaac Osama will get tagged on the foul. That should be his first.
It's his second. Team's second.
Actually, it's his second. Okay, it's his second on Isaac. I mentioned that there might be a little bit of foul trouble. That time has passed for it to be of too much concern at this point. Workman good on the free throw. He's got 6 points. 1 more free throw coming. Drew Workman, a senior for RTR. He's one of the players that is back from last season's state championship team, back as a starter. 67-32. And the next free throw on its way, 67-33. So a 34-point lead. Running time would go into effect at 35 or better with 9 minutes or fewer left. And I believe that they would impose that running time here at state. Isaac fake, baseline drive, little hook pass out to Sundquist. He goes baseline now. His feed into the lane to Capo is deflected out of bounds. It'll stay Cherry basketball with still 15 seconds to shoot and exactly 10 minutes to go in the game. Today, it's a mix of quarterfinal and semifinal. When tomorrow rolls around, the Mighty 920 KDHL with all semifinal matchups and then all 4 championship games on Saturday. Worked around to Isaiah, up the lane, scoops it up, around and through, and Isaiah Osama. What a big, big game for the freshman. He's at 26 points in the contest, along with 3 steals, 2 assists, and a rebound. Turnaround jumper, Blake Christensen, make that Chase Christensen at the other end. It's good. 69-35, 9.5 to go. On the dribble and drive is Isaiah, trying to get his way around Gilling. Pass out top Sundquist. Sundquist has a defender fly by, shot up and off. It's all white shirts for the rebound, and Gilling gets that ball. Blake fires it on ahead, and to the basket. That was a nice lead pass, kind of a headman of sorts for Detterman. 69-37. RTR's effort right now is to not get pushed into running time. Coming across the Timberwolf at midcourt was Isaac. Passes it to Isaiah. Sharp pass inside, outside Capo. Thought about a three. Missed, didn't take it. Then kind of shot puts it up from the lane. That missed. Workman the rebound for the Knights. 8:40 remaining, 69-37. Shot in close by Blake Christensen. He's fouled. He'll go to the free throw line.
Andrew Staples with the personal foul. His first, team's third, shooting two, Blake Christensen.
Going to have to set up the play because Andrew Staples, a senior, on the floor for Cherry.
Carson Brown and Noah Osama returning for Cherry.
Brown back in and Osama back in. Check this here. Oh, yeah, number one. Okay, I see. He's out there. Staples. Taking the ball in the front court is Brown. He passes to Staples. And Staples gives to Isaiah. Isaiah Osama comes across top of the key. 8.5 minutes remaining. 69-38 Cherry. Sharp pass inside. Outside. And then Isaiah with a look from three. Around and off. Noah goes after the rebound, but it's grabbed by Detterman. He hands the ball off to Gilling. Closing in on 8 minutes to go in the second half. As the Christensen three misses, Blake Christensen the rebound, and he's fouled as he takes it hard back toward the basket. And Blake Christensen will go to the free throw line where he's 3 out of 6. Foul on the play. Isaiah. His second foul. Brown on the floor for the Tigers. So is Staples as the first free throw for Christensen. 12 points a game. Blake Christensen is at 11 points, but it's his first point of the second half. And this game at halftime was a 22-point difference in Cherry's favor. Both free throws are made by Christensen, 69-40. Clock goes below 8 minutes to play in the second half of this first Class A boys basketball state quarterfinal. Brown from the elbow, in and out, Workman rebound. Workman does dominate on the boards, 11 rebounds, 7 points for the big senior for Russell-Tyler-Ruthton. 3-point effort falls short. Isaiah Osama is there, and he goes ahead to Staples. Osama with a nice assist to Andrew Staples, the senior, off the bench for an Ackerman Accounting and Tax Service basket. 71-40. All stolen, tipped away, then taken by Staples. He races up the floor, stops, leans, shoots, and dragged his foot as he was waiting for a defender to slide on by. So a turnover on Cherry. 16 turnovers on Russell-Tyler-Ruthton, 10 on Cherry. Winner advances to tomorrow's noon game at the barn. Loser goes over to Concordia of St. Paul for the consolation round. Turned over by RTR underneath the offensive hoop. Now Brown is called on a charge as he took out 2 players. Both Detterman and Chase Christensen ended up hitting the floor, so 2 for 1 for Carson Brown. Staples off the floor, Rutsalainen off the floor. Osama. Brown and Sundquist. The starters are out there right now for Cherry, probably for just a couple of minutes. With 7 minutes to go in the game. On the dribble, Gilling passes that one over to Myers. Starters are out there for the most part, for RTR as well. Blake Christensen with a 3. Christensen with his first 3 of the game. Shooting 3-pointers today, RTR is 3 for 14. Their shooting percentage is 31%, so they're only slightly better in the second half than the first. Isaac Osama in the lane, looked for a pass, didn't see one, instead just took a little 6-foot jumper. And Isaac Osama is up to 18 points. It's 73-43. Jumper at the other end misses. Rebound is Noah Osama ahead to Brown. Brown, drop pass, up Sundquist, off, saved by Sundquist. Passes that to Noah Osama, high off glass. And we haven't heard from Noah in a while, but he had a strong first half. And Noah Osama is up to, where's Noah? Oh, there we go. I got the wrong Noah. I'm mixing myself up with first names at this point. Noah Osama, he's got 7 points. And a travel call against Russell-Tyler-Ruthton. So do I have Sundquist right at 15? 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. Yeah, I've got them right now. First names, last names. It comes from a small pool of names. Russell-Tyler-Ruthton is sending in some new players. Ackerman Accounting and Tax Service substitutions. New into the game is Tyler Wickman, a sophomore. New into the game is Benjamin Gaida, a senior. New as well as Luke Shears, he's a junior. And the Cherry will answer shortly as Isaac drives baseline for a one-handed dunk. Isaiah Osama, it's 77-43. 5 subs are ready to come in for Cherry at the next opportunity. Greasy passes in the corner to Norgard. Norgard, a little turnaround jumper in the lane, missed it. Quick outlet ahead. Noah to Isaiah. Alley-oop. Sundquist missed the dunk but got fouled. Trying to put together a little highlight reel play. Sundquist denied the dunk. He'll go to the free throw line to try to earn his 2. And 5 players are set to come in for Cherry as we go to the closing minutes of this one with a 77-43 lead for the Tigers with 5:11 to go. The free throw is good for Sundquist. And I believe it was Norgard on the foul. Standing ovation for the Cherry Tigers as heading off. Osama. Into the game now is Mason Heitzman, a 5'11 junior guard. Into the game is number 15, Zach Sikala, 5'11 junior center. Second free throw misses, by the way, rebounded by Greasy for RTR. Also in the game is number 0, Aiden Capo. I might have mentioned him earlier. I might have made an error on that. Capo in the game now. Also in the game. Oh, wait, that's number 2. Number 2 is, Sundquist is still out there. Oh, that's because he missed the free throw. I was confused as to why he was still out there. It's because he missed the free throw, so he couldn't check out of the game on that last situation. Sikala called on the foul. So Norgard at the line. Norgard's free throw good. Isaac Norgard. And new into the game now is Ellis Coersh into the game for Cherry. And he gets the rebound. And he pushes that ball over for Logan Russell-Tyler. Logan swings it back onto the left side. That's Capo. Capo pass to Heitzman. We're down to 4 minutes to go. 78-44 Cherry. On to these championship semis tomorrow at noon. Here's a 3 from the left wing. It fumbles out. Rebounded by Wickman for RTR. Hands the ball forward to Greasy, the junior guard. Bright orange shoes. Worked into the right corner to Shears. Shears will drive into the lane. Toss it out top for Greasy. Shot offline. Offensive rebound. But the shot did not hit the rim, so the shot clock continues to run. Shot clock now stops on the whistle. But the game clock does not stop because of the differential in points of 78-44. We got to the 35 and then a shot, free throw or 2 was made on the other side. But we are in running time with 3:10 to go. Although the shot clock does, of course, not run during running time. And in fact, apparently, they made a substitution, but then realized that the player that was substituted for is actually the one who's shooting free throws. Okay, not sure what happened there. So at the line is Shears. Shears is at the line for the front end of a 1-and-1. He hit it. He had actually gone to take a seat on the bench and been replaced by Jens Drake. But then when they realized that the player who just exited the game is actually the one that needs to shoot free throws, he had to come back in. So he makes the front end and then hits the second one. Shears does. Now he heads out of the game. And coming into the game is Drake. It's Cherry ball, 78-46, 2:25 to go. Stay tuned for the post-game show with a statistical recap of what happened here in this one today. Stats coming up at the half. H&R Block, Owatonna Faribault Lakeville stats at the conclusion of the game. Here's a chance in close. Oh, just missing was Coersh. Now he picks up the ball. Hands it over to Russell-Tyler-Ruthton. We've got 2 minutes to go still. Some good chance for these guys to play on the target center floor. Left hand to the basket. That one missed by Heitzman. Rebound taken down by Norgard of RTR. Into the front court is Drake. Drake left-hand dribble, up the lane, stops, dishes it over to Drake off the bench. That's knocked away from him. Picked up by Heitzman. He fires it ahead to Russell-Tyler-Ruthton. Keep in mind this is Logan Russell-Tyler-Ruthton. 1:40 to go in the game. Using up the dribble is Heitzman. Hands that ball off to Russell-Tyler-Ruthton. Gets into traffic. Pass tipped up in the air and stolen by Drake. There's a Jewel Drake and a Jens Drake, by the way. They're both on the floor right now for RTR. On the dribble is Drake. Jens. Pass right side. 3-point line drive attempt misses. Followed. Got his own rebound. And then there's a foul. It was Wickman getting his own rebound. And in the scramble for the ball, Wickman is fouled. With 1:10 to go, Wickman will go to the line for 2. And the foul on Cherry. Capo. Under a minute to go. More subs coming in. Ackerman Accounting and Tax Service substitutions. Kirkhart is in the game, and Thompson is into the game for Russell-Tyler-Ruthton. Meanwhile, Caleb Brown is into the game, as well as, is it Kimmis? I think Kimmis is the other one who's into the game for Cherry. We're down to 35 seconds to go. Tigers 78, Knights 46. Free throw attempt misses. That free throw, that didn't even hit the iron, so they need to inbound the basketball. 25 seconds to go. Cherry's going to have to hurry to get off one more shot before this game ends, and they move on to the barn for the semifinals tomorrow at noon. Cherry with the basketball. Heitzman into the front court. 13 seconds to go. He'll hand the ball off to Coersh. Not looking for a shot. Cherry is happy to get this win and end dribbling the basketball right outside the Timberwolves logo. Your final score in this quarterfinal Class A game is Cherry 78, Russell-Tyler-Ruthton 46. Stay tuned. Stats and a tournament reset are coming up on the post-game show on the Mighty 920, KDHL, Faribault, Minnesota, and KQ North 106.3 WMFG. We'll get into our post-game show in 2 minutes.
Hey, Ken Herbeck here. You want to make your home a more comfortable place, but don't think you can afford a top brand heating and cooling system? Well, Carrier has the right solutions for every budget. When you turn to your Carrier expert, Owatonna Heating and Cooling, they'll show you the full lineup of best-in-class home comfort systems and help you pick the one that best fits your home and budget, because everyone can use a little more comfort. Turn to your local Carrier experts, Owatonna Heating and Cooling today.
Over 200 units to choose from. We're at you stay at Owatonna Motor Company, where we have incentives on new vehicles like we haven't seen in a long time. So stop on in. How about this? Ram 2500 and Ram 3500s rebates as high as $9,000, 10% off of MSRP. Ford's got great rebates. Stop in. Ask about Ford's new Flex Buy program with rebates as high as $2,500 at Owatonna Motor Company, where it's one low price, plain and simple, always.
This is the month of love. That's why Prime Garage Door and More in Owatonna wants you to fall in love with the look of your home all over again. It's easy with Clopay Garage Doors. Clopay Garage Doors improve the look of your home while saving you money on your energy bill. Call the guys who will help you open new doors. Prime Garage Door and More, 507-413-6699. Visit the new showroom at 4500 North County Road 45 or check samples at primegaragedoor.net.
Back in the 1920s, when an entrepreneur came to town to seek their dream, they needed 3 things: a place to stay, a knowledgeable banker, and an account with First United Bank. Today, First United Bank in Faribault and Owatonna is still helping young people who are starting out. First United Bank has grown to the size it is today by giving sound financial advice and personal service to its customers for over 100 years. That's why First United Bank is important for young families today. At First United Bank, they didn't invent personal service, they just never forgot it. Member FDIC.
From Target Center, the site of a Cherry victory for a third straight year in the quarterfinals. Of course, those sights are set high for the Tigers this season, coming in as number 1 ranked, number 1 seed, and they have to wait and see who they play in the semifinals. Nevis and Mountain Lake area Comfrey are about to meet in the next quarterfinal game in about 40 minutes or so. 78-46, Cherry with the win over Russell-Tyler-Ruthton. RTR moves over to Concordia to play in the consolation round tomorrow. Some of your team stats here for this first break of our post-game show. Cherry ended up shooting 53% in the game. They ended up just 5 for 18 on three-pointers, so that was below their normal success shooting threes at 28%. Meanwhile, for RTR, they only shot 28% from the floor and shot less than 20% on three-pointers. Rebounding total was 38-34 in favor of Cherry. Turnovers, 19 by RTR, 12 for Cherry. Points off turnovers, 26-4. The Tigers absolutely ran the floor great, turning those turnovers into points. Again, 19 turnovers by RTR turns into 26 points for Cherry. And the Tigers outscored the Knights 52-22 in the paint in getting this 78-46 victory. One more break on the post-game show, and then the individual stats and our good afternoon wish as well. So one more 2-minute break, and be back for the individual stats and the wrap-up on a Cherry victory over Russell-Tyler-Ruthton here at State. Back in 2 minutes.
Every part counts at Amesbury Truth, and the most important one is the part you'll play when you join their team. As the leading provider of window and door products in North America, Amesbury Truth has a part for you. Right now, they're hiring, and those positions come with competitive wages, benefits, and plenty of opportunities too. So you never stop growing. Isn't it time you open the door to a career at Amesbury Truth? Get details and apply online at amesburytruth.com/careers.
Costco is hiring team members at the Costco Depot located in Owatonna. If you have the desire to work in a fast-paced environment with a diverse group of people, look no further. They are hiring entry-level positions and employees in refrigerated and dry environments. Starting pay is $19.50 an hour, with raises based on the number of hours worked, currently topping out at $29.30. Benefits start after 60 days of employment. Apply online at Costco.com. Costco is an equal opportunity employer.
You said it last year, but you didn't do it. Now you're thinking again, I gotta find someone to take care of my books. And it's never too late. Ackerman Accounting and Tax Service can do that to ensure next year's tax time is much less stressful. From farming to small businesses, Ackerman Accounting and Tax Services will customize a plan that best fits your needs. Just think, you can have an expert take care of your day-to-day and month-to-month accounting tasks, freeing you up to do what you do best, run your business. They even work with individuals. See what they can do for you. Call Ackerman Accounting and Tax Services today, 451-3399.
H&R Block offices in Owatonna, Faribault, and Lakeville remind you now is the time to get your paperwork in order for tax season. Book your appointment at one of the offices where in-person or drop-off filing is available. No computer program can ask every single possible tax question. The tax professionals in Lakeville, Faribault, and Owatonna average 10 years experience, and you can request the same preparer every year. File your way at H&R Block offices in Faribault, Owatonna, and Lakeville. All tax situations are different. Not everyone gets a refund.
78-46, your final score. Cherry over Russell-Tyler-Ruthton, 78-46. And the H&R Block individual stats of the game. For Russell-Tyler-Ruthton, 15 points for Blake Christensen. 11 points for Chase Christensen. 7 points is what Workman ended up with. And then there was 3 for Gilling, 3 for Myers, 4 for Detterman, 1 for Norgard, 2 points for Shears. Rounds out the individual scoring. Workman had 11 rebounds to go with his 7 points, and Blake Christensen had 4 assists in his point total, in his line score, I should say. Meanwhile, for Cherry, 26 points, 3 steals, 4 assists, 2 rebounds. That was for Isaiah Osama. 26 points. 20 points for Isaac Osama. He had 13 rebounds and 4 assists, 3 steals, and a block in this game. 20 points for Isaac Osama. 16 points for Sundquist. He really started out on a scoring tear. 16 points, ends up with 5 rebounds and 2 assists in the game. 7 points for Carson Brown. Had, my goodness, 7 assists. Carson Brown, 6 rebounds, 3 steals. And again, the 7 points. 7 points, 5 rebounds for Noah Osama, a couple of assists and 3 steals for him. 2 points off the bench for Andrew Staples. Staples with 2 points off the bench to round out the scoring for Cherry. With the win, Cherry improves to 29-2 on the season. They play tomorrow at noon against the winner of the next game between Nevis and Mountain Lake Area Comfrey. The other quarterfinals later today are Heritage Christian Academy in West Central area and Goodhue versus Fertile Beltrami. So noon tomorrow for Cherry on the Mighty 920 KDHL and KQ North 106.3 WMFG as well. And then for RTR, they head over to Concordia for a 10 a.m. game tomorrow. Just a final reminder on what is happening on the Mighty 920. Yet to come today is the 2 o'clock game. Mankato East versus Alexandria in a AAA semifinal from Williams Arena. Derek Theda on the call. At 5 o'clock, it'll be Brad Presteman with Goodhue versus Fertile Beltrami in the Class A quarterfinal. And I'll have Egan versus Minnetonka in the 4A semifinal tonight at 8 p.m. over at Williams Arena, assuming I don't get snowed in here at Target Center, because supposedly it's starting to snow any minute here in the Twin Cities. Thanks to our KDHL sponsors, H&R Block, Faribault, Owatonna, Lakeville, Ackerman Accounting and Tax Service, Faribault Foods, Costco Wholesale Owatonna, First United Bank, Amesbury Truth, Federated Mutual Insurance, and Owatonna Auto Clinic. A big thank you to the sponsors up north on KQ North 106.3 WMFG. Be sure to thank those sponsors as well for making high school sports possible on the radio. Great to bring it to you today from Target Center. Roy Koenig on the call, and that final score. And by the way, Jerry helping out and Raleigh helping out as far as some board operation down the line. That final score again, Cherry advances to the semifinals 78-46 over Russell-Tyler-Ruthton. Thank you for listening, and good afternoon from Target Center in downtown Minneapolis.
Every part counts at Amesbury Truth, and the most important one is the part you'll play when you join their team. As the leading provider of window and door products in North America, Amesbury Truth has a part for you. Right now, they're hiring, and those positions come with competitive wages, benefits, and plenty of opportunities too. So you never stop growing. Isn't it time you open the door to a career at Amesbury Truth? Get details and apply online at amesburytruth.com/careers.